gentlemen, from wherever that you're watching us from, this is N24 TV, and today we come in again with the issues. Like I said before, when it comes to the issues, we talk about everything that people needs to know. When it comes to politics, when it comes to health, when it comes to youth entrepreneurship, when it comes to everything that has to deal with Gambians, that has to deal with important issues or current issues that people really needs to know. And today with me in the issues, I have an aspirant president who is no other than Yousufa Dumbuya. And I will just allow him to introduce himself. Yousufa, you are welcome.
Thank you, my audience. I'm glad to be here. Thank you, everyone, each and every one of you. As he rightfully put it forward, my name is Yusufa Dumbuya, a Gambian-based, a US-based Gambian. I currently live in the Gambia. I'm 45 years old, correction to what was published by the media a few months ago, that I'm 43 years young. I'm married with family in the United States, and I'm glad to be home.
Thank you very much, Yusufa. And we're so glad to have you around with the issues. And we'll start from the agenda. Yes. The party name is Democratic Party, and the color is black and light blue, actually. So what's the agenda of this party, mister?
Well, for the masses of the Gambian people listening to me today, I want you to listen very attentively, because I have a robust economic plan for you. My agenda is based on a 10-year economic plan, and allow me to explain briefly what that agenda is. Top on the agenda, with transportation system. I, like many Gambians, the transportation system in Gambia is in Sambu. We need to act fast, not tomorrow, but now. So we need to act fast. We need to act now. It has been the same old stories in the Gambia. We'll do this, we'll do that. Politician talks, never deliver. We now need to act now before it's too late. The transportation system in Gambia is Sambu. The poor cannot afford it, and where you can afford it, the transportation system is wrecked. We're seeing the buses traveling from Gambia to Senegal. We've seen buses travel from Banjul to Basse. All these buses are in poor condition. So I intended to bring a robust transportation system in Gambia, in which we have a multiple highway system model to America and Europe. We will have a new bus system. Everything's going to be new. The Gambian people and the African people, lives matter, their values matter, everything matters. We can't just have the old system buses in what we have in Gambia here. No air condition, people trampling. Prices are skyrocketed, the bus fares and etc. So we intend to deal with this effectively from get-go by bringing modern new system of transportation in the Gambia. This will include ordering new buses, and we intend to bring in train system, the train system. Senegal has it, Gambia can have it. So many things that we model to Europe and America. And we've got technology. We also want to do something. This is also on our 10-year plan, technology system. We improve access to internet to everyone. Internet must be affordable. It must be part of the basic necessity of our lives now. Internet, phone system, and all those things. We'll deal with. We want to bring technology into our households, school system, our public offices, and all those places. We want to bring internet cafes throughout the country. We also want to make Gambia Wi-Fi accessible within a 5-year. Currently, I'm working with a company in Florida. They are ready on day one to come into the Gambia to deal with Wi-Fi issue right away. Wi-Fi should be able to be, everyone in Gambia should be able to have Wi-Fi. Everyone. It should be less expensive, it should be affordable. On our 10-year plan, we also have education. We want to improve on our educational system. If you look at the education that we have here, particularly our university, Gambia University system, mean no disrespect. The credit is not recognized in the Western world. You graduate from here with a 4-year degree. You go to the United States, you start all over. That credit is not recognized. What are we doing about this? The university have been in for how many years now in operation? 4 years? So we need to do something about the university system in Gambia. We need to align our curriculum to America and Europe, Western world. So when the students graduate from here, they can use their degree outside. They don't have to start all over. And I also have something about that. I have Dr. Dowdy available, who has been University of Southwest Tennessee University. She's been working there for 24 years. I also have Dr. Butler, University of Maryland, where I did my PhD studies in there. All right? She headed that institution for 20 good years. These are the people I'm bringing in, the experts, the Gambians abroad, the other experts, and the Gambian in here to make the government work for everyone, all right? The government must work for everyone. And then we have the hospital. This is emotional to me, what is happening in Gambia. And I need you to pay attention, Gambian. We can't allow this to happen. You know, my brother here have Black Lives Matter. The Gambian lives matter. That's injustice here that we have in our government. And it must be dealt with right away. You go out there, I'll bring you an example. Alaji Cham, a man who has campaigned for me for good 2 years. Diabetes, passed away. He was wrongly diagnosed by the Gambian doctors. No offense, I have no problem with you, the Gambian doctors. All I need, the government work with our doctors to make healthcare affordable and available to average Gambians. That's where I stand. And I intend to do that right away. Healthcare must not be a privilege, must be a basic necessity for all Gambians. So it happened in the United States with Barack Obama coming in power. So in France, so in Canada, so in Kenya. Why not Gambia? Uganda, why not Gambia? So I urge my colleagues to take the issues of Gambian very seriously. We're no longer going to settle for mere rhetoric by politicians or the presidents who come in power to enrich themselves. The government must work for the average people.
Okay.
And then we go out, I know it's immediate, we go out to address the root cause of corruption in the Gambia, which will come later.
Yeah, definitely.
We must deal with the old system of wages in place in Gambia. It's not working. How do we expect the colonial masters, their wage structure since Sadaura Karabajara, 53 years to date? I want you to take my words on this. Challenge me. Gambia to now, from Jawara to now, the salary has not been increased over $8,000, and it had over $8,000, and it has been 53 years. I did my homework. We cannot talk about corruption when the masses of our people are paid beyond what is happening in Gambia. Their livelihood, the bag of rice, is 1,800. American bag of rice, the American rice, 1,300. Masses of our people in the gas station, I did my homework, 2,900. Other places, 3,000. It looks like to me, the private sector and the government form some kind of agreement to pay our citizens $3,000 a month, when the bag of rice is 1,300 for those who are poor. You can only afford 1,300. For those who are rich, the bag of rice is 1,800. Two-class system in Gambia. We're not going to have it under my leadership, on the Democratic Party. We're not going to have it. And this is why, in my 10-year plan, I have a robust wage plan, structuring, where you can pay people so they can afford a bag of rice, they can have something to save and take their kids to school. I see my brothers every day struggling. They are working 30 days struggling. But I'll put it like this, because on media, I wish to have more time, but these are part of many things I will do right away in Gambia. Thank you.
Okay. So, what will you do when elected in office the first 90 days? The first 90 days when elected in office, what is the things that you're going to do?
I'll give the Gambian what they've been seeking for 53 years, and that is 2-term limits. Mm-hmm. In my first 30 days, I'll work with the Gambian parliament to draft a bill to say that 2-term limit is enough. No president should go beyond 2 terms. Okay. Your constitution is 5 years, 5 years. That's one thing. Mm-hmm. In the interest of the time, I can go on. But I also want to mention this, and I'll put it there. I have more arsenal in my, all right? I have more arsenal in storage for you. Okay. Correction in our justice system. Our justice system must be correct. The poor have been sentenced differently, and the rich, with a slap in the face, they walk away. Which country are we in? The country for the rich, or for the poor, or for everyone? And I believe this country must be for the rich and for everyone, not just for the rich. And this, I will stop there for the interest of the time.
Okay. If you're just watching us, this is N24 TV, your innovative news, information, and entertainment. Like I said before, today we have Yousufa Dumbuya, who is an aspirant president. The party name is actually Democratic Party. And to my next question, what will you do differently from other parties? Like we have right now, actually, we have more than 18 political parties in the Gambia, including yours. What will you do differently from other political parties?
Well, good question. Corruption, the killer, the menace of poverty in Gambia and in Africa. I'm anti-corruption. I back it up. My executive member who is corrupt, I'll find out. Accounting, 22 years of accounting on my belt. I will find out, I will hunt corruption, I will deal with it right away. Zero tolerance. I will create an economic opportunity for all Gambians, right? I'll make healthcare affordable, housing affordable, education affordable and available to average Joe, the average people, all right? In short, I am waging a war against poverty in Gambia. Coming December 5th, Dumbuya in power. That's the war. I'm waging a war against poverty in Gambia.
Okay. Well, that is very, very clear. When it comes to the issue of, as of now, the political system, people will say we have dirty politics as of now in the Gambia. When it comes to the insults, the bullying, and especially the tribal issues. Yes. What's your take on that?
Well, to you out there, the Gambian masses in America and in Europe and in the Gambia, my take, you must have decency. Doesn't matter where you are. I will promote decency in our politics, all right? But the most important thing, we are all created by God. We are all equal. Gambian, let's put politics of tribalism aside. Let's stop insulting one another. Let's be united. This is a key ingredient for those of you who believe in Pan-Africanism, love in Africa, and develop Africa, not only Gambia, Africa, which will be my foreign policy, all right? So we should all come together. If we are unifying, we'll have a way forward. If we are unifying, Gambia will not be developed if the masses, our citizens, are not united. We must be united with a common purpose, all right? That's one thing. And then the second element is we must deal with corruption. And then if we united, then we will not have time to be bullying one another. Yeah. So what I will do, coming December 5th right away, I will send a bill to Parliament, all right? Because it must be democracy. It cannot be dictatorship. Those days are gone. discuss with them how to put bill forward to deal with what? To address bullying in public places, school campus, college campus, and stuff like that, to educate the masses of our people. And we can do that by one controlling technique. Let's everybody, I challenge you to spread love to one another. Not only love Gambians, but to love foreigners like Sierra Leone. I spoke to the CS of Mario Bio. I'm invited to meet Mario Bio and I'm Gambian. Why? Because there's peace and love. Let's spread love. Love will be the key, all right? Then we will deal with bullying. But I'm going to have a bill in place to deal with this effectively. But let's do our part. Go home today. Do your part. Talk to your daughter. Talk to your son. Talk to your father. There's no need to have hatred in you. We must just love one another. All right? If you are Christian, you are Muslim, love. Love overweight everything. Let's love our brothers and sisters. Let's love ourselves and extend the same love to our people. And then we love our country. Because if you don't love your country, that's the one thing. Any position I give you, you will not do well. Khalifa Saleh rightfully quoted PDOIS. He says, the country must be your supreme interest. And if the country is your supreme interest, based on Khalifa definition, then you must love your country. I put it that way.
Well, definitely. If you are just joining us, this is N24 TV, your innovative news, information, and entertainment. And Yousufa, to my last question, you've talked about corruption. What will you do to stop corruption in the Gambia?
I'll go straight to the point, brief. The issue of dealing with corruption in the Gambia is a work in progress. It's not automatic. Do not expect me to come in power to solve the problem. That's no realistic view. I want every Gambian to be realistic. All right? My head is in the right place to do the best for you. I'm going to work for you. But first step in combating corruption in Gambia, all right? By and large, I will go to Africa, is to hold people accountable. I will hold people accountable, all right? You will see the consequences of corruption. But I do not want to set you into a trap, all right? My second step will be how to avoid it, to deter corruption before corruption happens, than putting people in jail. So you must deter, hold them accountable, and put mechanism in place to deter them from doing corruption. And that works in America. It works in Europe. It can work right here in Gambia. So the second step is to create a system that will prevent corruption in all branches of government. And that system is to put in place check and balance in places at all levels of financial transactions or transactions period, all right? This will deter fraud and corruption in the system. Where the system in place, all right, could not deter the corruption, all right? It will be effective to immediately detect the corruption. Okay. And once we detect the corruption, with the system, we will correct the corruption because already we have a system in place. And if you have a system in place, you will have a correction after the system. So we will redress back to our system methodology, to our system to address that issue. On my watch, I'm not guaranteeing you 100% Gambia will not be corrupt.
Okay.
But corruption will be the last thing the government workers, and including people, the foreign investors coming in, all right, will be the last thing they will think. There will be paperwork in everything, and there will be tracing in everything. I believe we will deal effectively with corruption for a 5-year period. We'll be on a high note on corruption, right? I don't want to give you a figure because I don't want to lie. You've been lied to so many times. Whether the politicians or the president, they've been lying to you. They just lie to you. They say 3 years. I don't mean to say politics in here, but I'm not going to lie to my folks, all right? So that's how we'll deal with the corruption.
Yeah, definitely. That was my last question. We've heard from Yusufa Dumbuya some of his agendas which he went through, and some of these were technology, access to information, that is free Wi-Fi will be accessible within the next 5 years, and of course the hospital or the healthcare system in the Gambia. It was nice having you, Yousufa Dumbuya.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much. With
you.
this, we come to the end of this program. It was Yousufa Dumbuya, an aspirant a president, and the party name is Democratic Party. We've all heard from his agenda. It was N24 TV, your innovative news, information, and entertainment. It's the issues which always comes your way here on this TV. Until then, it's a bye from me.